Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Mr. Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country. Mr. Tobin.
Thank you. Warami, and welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and for the invitation to welcome you all here today. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated, particularly by our elders. Education is highly valued in our culture too. Knowledge meant survival, and our elders are traditionally accorded great respect for their accumulated wisdom and experience. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burruburungal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. As such, he enrolled his daughter, Maria, into the Native Institution, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie himself, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newfound skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where present-day Blacktown gets its name from. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your advancement is our advancement. Your progress progresses us all. Now, this is perhaps better understood in traditional times when camps were smaller and clan groups abided by the strict sharing laws, which meant that the food you caught and brought back got distributed throughout the rest of the community. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the whole community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we do it properly. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly did in many respects, and I often use them and would offer them to yourselves as a benchmark or a model on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived south of here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered there as the happiest people he'd ever met in the world. They had nothing, he wrote, but the tools that they carried. They made shelters from barks of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the land without tilling the earth. In traditional times, everyone was accorded rights to the country or clan area that he or she was born into. So there is no homelessness, no rich or poor. Everyone had roughly the same amount of gear, what you could carry. And there were no armies or jails or even police. We had no history of slavery in this country or empire building. There were no kings. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, and then they were shared out according to Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state. Rivers and creeks were clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. Now, this is not an ideal, folks. This is normal life. It was. And there's no reason we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. So I would say expect great things and do great things, and we can get this country together back to the happy, healthy and just place it was once known as. We can all do our bit. Now I'll do mine by winding up and letting you good people graduate. Just want to say congratulations to you and your families. Well done for getting here, and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yana.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan. Mr. Egan.
Thank you, Chris Tobin, for your welcome to country. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and we have a number of boys and girls here today, and I see we also have a few babes in arms. Now, we have a rule here, because one thing is certain, a baby at a graduation ceremony is certain to cry. So if your baby cries, the rule is you are not to go outside, you stay here. We've all heard babies cry before. I spent 25 years in Parliament, so I've heard much worse than a baby's cry. And those security people at the back are there to stop you going out. The other thing we've learned over the years is that if a baby cries at a graduation ceremony, within 25 years they're sure to come back to take out their first PhD. So let them cry. Well, it's my great pleasure as Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony. First, let me welcome all of our graduands, and I hope that today will be a really happy and a very memorable occasion for all of you. Now, some of you look quite happy and relaxed, but some of you look a bit nervous and worried. Please relax, because it's an important day. It's important that you enjoy it. The worst thing that can happen is that you fall over on the stage. That's happened before, particularly with young women wearing stiletto heels. But that's why we have an occasional speaker, because her job is also to pick you up if you fall over. So please just sit back, relax, and make sure you have a really great day, because you deserve to take pride. You deserve to take great pride in your graduation. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. Today, I also want to welcome, and especially welcome, those of you who are sitting behind our graduands as their invited guests. Because if you think about it for a moment or two, you've all obviously done very well too. The very fact that you're here, the fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been very important in their lives and in the successes that we celebrate today. So mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, cousins, sons and daughters, grandmothers, grandfathers, friends, husbands, wives, partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, lovers, or whatever you are, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. And I don't want you to think either that observing today's graduation is the end of your role. I have another very important service for you to perform for our newest graduates, as they will soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our graduands are too shy or self-effacing to proclaim their own success, you make sure you do it for them. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today, and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world that can trace their history back more than 500 years. Now, I'm sure it won't come as a surprise to you to learn that Macquarie University is not one of those 50 universities. By comparison, we're relatively young, only 48 years of age. But in those 48 years, we've come a long way. We now have more than 130,000 Macquarie graduates living in more than 120 countries. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We're regarded as one of Australia's leading research universities and are currently extending our research as we are our course offerings and our facilities. We're always trying to engage with the world around us. We've forged strong alliances with the community and with industry and are keen to establish more. On your way here this morning, you may have seen our new Macquarie University Hospital, which is just 2 years old and which is used by the students and academics in our also relatively new School of Advanced Medicine. We are the only university in Australia with its own private hospital. You may also have seen our new library, which was opened just last year and which is without doubt the best university library in the land. You might also have seen this morning construction happening on our new advanced hearing hub, which will be completed later this year and will create a world-leading institute dedicated to advances in hearing, speech and language science. So we're looking forward, and we are very much on the move. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning, and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. And graduates, in just a very few minutes, it will be my great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. Thank you.
Chancellor, I call on Ms Nicole Ashard, who is graduating today with a Doctor of Philosophy, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms Ashard.
Chancellor, members of the University, fellow graduates and guests. Firstly, I would like to thank the University for bestowing on me the honour of giving the graduation address. The degree that I confer here today is actually my fourth from Macquarie University, and whilst that might leave you thinking that I'm an old hand at graduation ceremonies, this is actually my first. That's not to say that graduation is not an important occasion. It is more a reflection of the path that I took to get to where I am today. I have undertaken all of my university studies, including my undergraduate degree, whilst working full-time and being the mother of 3 daughters. I've never attended a graduation ceremony because I could never get a day off work. However, I assure you that I decided long ago that I was attending this graduation ceremony. I even kept a picture of the PhD academic dress in a drawer next to my bed for the last 12 months, and I looked at it each night for inspiration. I was determined to make the end goal of a PhD and see through the many triumphs and challenges on my journey to get here. So let's each of us reflect on our own journey to get to where we are today. Whilst I acknowledge that maybe not everyone kept a picture of the academic gown next to their bed, I'm happy to take a quick poll. Did anyone else do that? No? It says something about PhD, I think. However, we're probably united in agreeing that we're probably each here because we believe in the transformative power of education, both to change our own lives and to change the lives of the people who we will professionally interact. Regardless of whether this is our first or fourth degree, we are all on a journey of lifelong education. We acknowledge that we are learners, even if we have just qualified with a teaching degree, and that through the process of a continual inquiry, we'll become better at our profession and as a result make a meaningful contribution to society. As someone who already holds an executive leadership position in education, I never forget that I am learner first and teacher second. The transformative power of education was also the premise of my PhD research. In my research, I was interested in how girls' education may lead to a more equitable participation of women as leaders in society. Through this research, I was continuously supported by Macquarie University to present at conferences both nationally and internationally. As a result, I gained an international reputation for my research and have had numerous articles published both in Australia and abroad. I am passionate about using this knowledge to make the difference to the education of girls and as a consequence the lives of women. So with this comes my advice to graduates. To be everything that you can and should be. To be everything you can is to reach your potential. To be everything you should be is to do that with a moral compass. We have an ethical and moral responsibility to use our education to give back to society. Our life should not be centred on taking, but rather on how we can use what we have achieved to offer something meaningful to others. For me personally, I hold great honour in saying that I am a teacher and a leader in the education of girls. I have found purpose and meaning in my chosen profession, and I hope that you do likewise. So today is a very important day. For some, it will mark a point of transition into the workforce. For others, it will mark another step in their learning journey. However, for all of us, it will mark a triumph of achievement as well as a new beginning of inquiry. Finally, I should say, not firstly, I'm at the end. Finally, I wish to congratulate each of you on your achievement today and wish you the best of luck for the future. And in commemoration of Olympic year, I'll finish by saying, let the Games begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole, and congratulations on your 4 degrees and your PhD. I think 4 degrees and 3 daughters adds up to one great role model. That is really fantastic. I like the story about the photo of the academic gown on the wall, and that's one of the reasons I was urging everyone to make sure that your degrees are displayed in a position of prominence, because by doing so, you are actually inspiring and motivating others. I remember as a little boy, 6 or 7 years of age, going to the doctor's and seeing his degree on the wall. And I thought that really must be something very, very important. And I thought I'd like to do that. I'd like not so much become a doctor, but go to university. So never be shy to proclaim or exhibit your success. Once again, Nicole, well done. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the key part of today's ceremony, and it's actually the bit that makes me nervous, and that's the conferring of degrees. Because I have to make absolutely certain that I don't make a mistake and that I don't confer a degree on someone who's not eligible to receive a degree. So for that reason, I ask for an ironclad assurance from the Deputy Vice-Chancellor here that none of you were ever late in submitting an assignment, that you attended every class and are otherwise eligible to receive your degrees. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
Chancellor, I certify that all the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees and diplomas that they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees and diplomas please stand?
That's you. Yep. Well, graduands, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees or diplomas for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates of this ceremony are from the Faculty of Human Sciences. The faculty teaches courses and conducts research about people, investigating and how and why. It is the home to a number of internationally recognised research centres conducting groundbreaking research across disciplines in areas like cognitive science and early childhood education. Exciting opportunities exist for students and researchers alike. This faculty includes research and study areas in advanced medicine, education, linguistics, psychology, early childhood, human cognition and brain science. Chancellor, I now call on Professor Janet Greeley, the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Human Sciences, to present the graduates and diplomas. Professor Greeley.
Chancellor, I present to you the graduates and diplomates from the Faculty of Human Sciences whom you have admitted to degrees and awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nicole Ruth Archard, for a thesis entitled Women of Tomorrow, How Are Girls' Schools Developing Future Women Leaders? Jennifer Ann Eagleton, for a thesis entitled The Ultimate Aim, Discourses of Future Democratization in Post-Handover Hong Kong. Arthur Stewart Firkins for a thesis entitled The Discursive Construction of Risk in Child Protection. Lisa Margaret Limbrick for a thesis entitled Gender and Reading, Are There Really More Boys Than Girls Who Struggle with Reading? Margot Ann McNeil for a thesis entitled Social Networking Technologies and Assessment of Learning. William Bishop Poole for a thesis entitled Using the Affordances of Weblogs to Support a Social Constructivist Learning Environment. Malcolm Shane Sim for a thesis entitled Effectively Affecting Affect, Anxiety Self-Management for Japanese Learners of English. Deanna Ellen Wong for a thesis entitled Dynamic Listening, the Use of Back Channels in Telephone Conversation. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Translating and Interpreting with the Master of International Relations. Siyuan Chen. Julie Collet. Shuwen Huang. Li Li. Natsuko Suzuki. Ting Wang. Xuan Wang. Wenxin Zhang. Jiayi Cheng. Wei Cheng. Nan Cho. Si Cho. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics Language Program Management, Patricia Behan. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics, Teaching English for Specific Purposes, Cesar Amado Orozco. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics, TESOL, Nassim Gugal. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Audiology, Christina Catherine Lynch. Kevin Tan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Neuropsychology, Laura Antonia Scott, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Communication in Professions and Organizations, Jeffrey Michael Noak, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Early Childhood, Camilla Petterson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Education, Si Yi Lu. Marie-Joseph Monique Orion. Dinesha Pillay. Michael Eric Stevenson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Educational Leadership, School Education, Stefan Boffa. Adele Glendon Crane. Benjamin James Monday, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Higher Education, Jean Diane Hockridge. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Special Education, Carly Leslie Bailey. Amanda Joan Cantarella. Suzanne Louise Cash. Alison Caroline McMurtry, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Tricia Angeli Mirasol. Sarah Mary Reese. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Teaching, birth to 5 years. Danielle Melissa Horth. Hichien Ju. Kierti Khosla. Sushila Yadav. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Translating and Interpreting, Yan Dong. Hanyu Fan. Shao Han. Qingyi Kuo. Shamina Elodie Sadakali. Qing Shen. Ying Sun. Gege Wang. Yishan Shuang. Dashi Xu. Xiaoru Xu. Nan Chang. Sean Chang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Translation and Interpreting Pedagogy. Anna Kenny. Claudia McQuillan. I present the diplomate awarded the postgraduate diploma in Auslan English Interpreting, Rosalind Ann Barnes. I present diplomates awarded the postgraduate diploma in Translating and Interpreting, Bonnie Choi. Naomi Rolston. I present diplomates awarded the graduate diploma in early childhood. Jennifer Ann Blanning. Kelly Ann Clarkson. Diane Elena Ferguson. Fiona Elizabeth McGregor. Carmen Cronin Parker. I present diplomates awarded the graduate diploma in education. Maynell Kathleen Haddad. Colin Dennis Jakes. Sonia Joan Morell. Betsy Peramalam Pora. Fiona Carolyn Stroke. Byron Peter Osmar. I present graduates admitted to the honors degree of Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Education with first class honors. Jessica Louise Cullen. Leila Anitra Ada. I present the graduate admitted to the honours degree of Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences with first-class honours, Carrie Trengrove Mealings. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Education, Primary, Joshua Armstrong. Susan Canine. Anna Louise Royal Fox. Jessica Huang. Tracy Leung. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the Bachelor of Arts Psychology, Mandy Elizabeth Powery. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Diploma of Education, Bethany Therese Ailing. Giovanna Bardek. Renee Elise Blue. Marcus Noel Cannon. Natalie Chappell. Gillian Ann Dinsdale. Karen Marie Eikelenkamp. Tabitha Amity Johns. Vanessa Ann Murphy. Sophie Marie Otley. Matthew John Powell. Alicia Smith. Michelle Dunne Sorg. Millie Tebbett. Mordecai Tenenbaum. Karen Joy Willis. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Grace Choi. Othilia Tek Mei He. Micheline Moad. Samantha Ji Foon Pok. Shang Cheng. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology. Victoria Crawford. Lauren Ellie Johnson. Dane Jagenda McCarthy. Sadaf Nasseri. Lauren Amy Tuck. Danielle Zreika. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Education. Rebecca Adams. Shital Anuj. Lindy Barry. Kelly Marie Blanchette. Sarah Catherine Box. Anne Margaret Chirillo. Ashley Marie Kahn. Jane Mary DeCarly. Alicia Karina Guajardo. Victoria Eileen Hodge. Christine Collada. Lucia Mi-hyung Kim. Tiffany Ann Kowalczyk. Amy Grace Langren. Katie Louise Manderson. Carolyn Martin. Jessica McLeod. Mary Jane Morris. Anne Margaret Nicol. Roa Uick. Carolyn Reed. Gail Janet Richards. Ivy Tan. Jacqueline Chung. Natalie Marie Tolmie. Megan Wellesby. Yeun Yi. Nadine Yunez. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education, Primary. Claire Louise Cullen. Oops. Don't worry, don't worry. Catherine Siobhan Doubt. Claire Hanumis. Kim Nguyet Lee. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science, Ernest Boucher. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences, Georgina Allum. Samantha Jane Bentink. Kari Helene Kneebone. On behalf of the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Science, I present the graduate admitted to the honours degree of Bachelor of Medical Sciences, Eliza Jane Page. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates and diplomates from the Faculty of Human Sciences and the Faculty of Science.
Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? That magnificent voice belongs to Angela Brewer. Now, I don't know whether many of you here ever heard Dame Joan Sutherland sing, but I did. And I reckon Angela is Australia's next Dame Joan Sutherland. I think she's absolutely fantastic. Would you like to hear us sing just a little bit more? Well, hold your horses. All you have to do is enrol in another degree, and when you come back, I promise you she'll be singing at your next graduation. And also, I hope playing the organ at your next graduation will be organist Dr. James Forsyth. And I think also our trumpeter over there, Colin Grisdale, deserves a great round of applause. And we have a number of people over there who are our alumni volunteers who come along to make sure that everything goes smoothly at your graduation. They deserve a great round of applause too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Dr. Bronwyn Evans. Dr. Evans' leadership journey has taken her from heavy industry to the medical device industry, from the public sector to the private sector, and from Wollongong to Sydney via Singapore. She's currently the Senior Vice President, Quality, Clinical and Regulation with Cochlear Limited, and leads a team of 37 who are responsible for quality and regulatory issues associated with all of Cochlear's implantable hearing devices. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Bronwyn Evans.
Chancellor, members of the University, distinguished guests, graduates and their families and friends, it is indeed an honour to have been invited to give the occasional address this morning. This graduation ceremony is a time to recognise your significant achievement in completing your degree, your diploma, your master's or your PhD. And it's a time to celebrate with your families, friends and colleagues, and to thank them for their support and encouragement. You will have each faced a unique challenge to get here today, whether combining study with work and family, or being an overseas student in an unfamiliar situation, or coming directly from school to university and adjusting to the workload of university. So whatever your situation, take the time to reflect on this very significant achievement and feel proud of what you've done. I did both my electrical engineering degree and my PhD at a campus similarly beautiful. That was the University of Wollongong. So I can share that feeling of elation, satisfaction and pride at having reached this major milestone. So let me say well done, and I wish you a very exciting, fun and intellectually challenging career ahead. When I was asked to give the occasional address, I was, of course, very flattered. I'm very proud to be a university graduate, and I readily boast about the strong education traditions in Australia. But I often ponder about how I got to have a university degree, because it wasn't obvious from my family's background. I'm in the first generation of my extended family to go to university. Both my parents were Depression-era children who left school at 14. There was no option for them to continue with education, no question of deciding what job would they had. That lack of opportunity was an enormous motivation for my mother, and it was her gritty determination that ensured all 7 of her kids had a degree and 2 have PhDs. Education is the most wonderful gift that any community can provide. It gives us the chance to explore ideas, to be curious, to question, and it allows us to respect and honour difference. And in my case, my education has given me the chance to have a successful career in a variety of engineering roles, in widely diverse industries, from power stations to construction to education and now medical devices. My career as an engineer started 30 years ago after my graduation as an electrical engineer. I was the only woman in my first year of electrical engineering, but I remember very distinctly in that first week sitting in the course and thinking, all my male peers, almost, are going to complete their degrees, then I will too. And I inherited that determination from my mother, and that certainly helped me with my degree. I was one of the ones who attended every lecture on time. I did every tutorial, and I went to every lab, because I was determined to be at university to learn and to be able to call myself an engineer. And it's especially satisfying when I fill out those immigration forms at the airport to write engineer in the section when they ask for your profession. After graduation, my professional career started with the Electricity Commission in power stations and distribution, and it's brought me now to Cochlear. If you think of it in terms of voltage levels, I've gone from 300,000 volts to thousandths of a volt. That's a bit of an engineering joke. And along the way, I've had opportunities to lead a variety of projects and teams. And it was these significant projects that allowed me to develop both as an engineer and as a leader. As a young engineer, the manager of my local division gave me a transmission line construction project to lead. Now, at the time, I used to cycle to and from the power station. I didn't have a driver's licence. But here I was, now in charge of a construction job in the state forestry tracks around Nowra and Ulladulla. So not only did I have to learn to drive, I had to get a car as well. More recently, I took on the role of Asia Service Manager of Ultrasound for GE, based in Singapore. And in that role, I had a $50 million business. I had general managers across 7 regions, and I had about 150 engineers. The service manager role required me to develop an understanding of doing business in countries as diverse as Korea, Japan, China, India, and New Zealand. And I found that it was my critical thinking skills that I learned as an engineer that allowed me to grow the business in Asia. And it was my curiosity and fascination for those countries and their culture that allowed me to gain the respect of my staff and my customers. But at Cochlear, in my current role, it's absolutely the highlight of my career. I actually think I've got the best role in the company after the CEO, because in my role, I get to work across the entire business. I have the responsibility for setting up the systems that allow us to ensure that our products are safe and effective, and that we can provide a product of quality, and that's the focus of every single person in the company. So it doesn't mean that I need to be an expert in every phase of what I do, but it does mean I have to be curious and ask questions and use good engineering thinking and problem-solving techniques, and always be willing to learn. Because the medical device regulations that we have to comply with are very complex, they're a mixture of laws, directives, and standards, and they vary for every single country. They're not typically covered in any degree. And so as part of my focus in lifelong learning, I've completed distance education in subjects such as medical device regulation in the US from a university in San Diego. I've completed professional certification in medical device regulation in Europe, and I've completed a legal subject in Melbourne on regulation and the law. And then I've also been thinking more recently about how do I contribute to the business. And I've completed courses that focus on business, such as the Australian Institute of Company Directors course and the Chartered Secretaries course on corporate financial management. And I give those examples because it's such fun to keep learning, and you learn more skills to be even more effective. And this year I had the absolute honour of attending a leadership course at Harvard. It's one of the most beautiful campuses. It rivals both Wollongong and Macquarie, I have to say. And in my view, a willingness to continue to learn and to stay connected with your university is essential in progressing your career in the current climate of globalisation, changing technology, and strong competition. And as I've discovered, there's no limit to the topics that you can research and study. It's a matter of finding those areas that you're passionate about and immersing yourself in them. I was pleased to read that the university's motto comes from Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, and it ends quite appropriately with, "And gladly would he learn and gladly teach." Such a wonderful way to think about where you've come from and, importantly, where your careers will take you. So, in closing, no matter what professional career you choose, the expertise and knowledge you've developed during your degree will allow you to bring immense benefits to our communities. So again, I extend my congratulations to you on your achievements and wish you very successful and interesting careers. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing I'd like to do is congratulate Bronwyn on her choice of mother. She sounds like a really great lady. 7 children, 7 graduates and 2 with PhDs. I'm sure you'll agree that was a really inspiring address. Now, fortunately, Cochlear is on our campus. It's just up the road a bit. So I think we'll have to sign Bronwyn up, not just to speak at graduation ceremonies, but I think she'd be a great inspiration for all of our first-year students when they begin their studies. Thank you very much, Bronwyn. Well, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of Macquarie alumni, which now spans the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support, and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch and engaged with Macquarie throughout your life. And please do make sure you come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study, to attend alumni events, perhaps use our aquatic and fitness facilities, or even, as some people do, enjoy a picnic down by the lake. Well, graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges. But like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it either. Because almost everything you do, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society, through the decades, indeed sometimes the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So, as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, particularly those who have not had the opportunities that you've enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go, to go with all your heart. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. Graduates, I hope also that you'll always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom, of course, are here with you today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm now going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, would you please stand, graduates? Now I'd like you to put your degrees on the seats behind you so your hands are free, and I'd like you to turn around to face your families and friends, and now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. Now, graduates, you can turn around, but don't sit down. There are also some people on the stage I think you'd like to thank, and they're the representatives of our academic community. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the official party will now leave the courtyard through the centre aisle, and we will be followed by all of the graduates. I would invite you all to please now stand and to remain standing until the last of the graduates have processed out. And then I hope you will all join us at the University Court for some light refreshments. Well, graduates, I wish you the very best for the future. And in the words of the old Irish blessing, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.